Click the subscribe button below to receive new videos as we release them. Hit the thumbs up button so others can find our content. For more information, visit thejerusalemasembly.org.
A Message on Spiritual Transformation and Emotional Awakening by Ruben D. Garcia. Greetings, my beautiful and beloved family, and dearest friends. There comes a time in everyone's lives to be witness of an event of such proportions that can shake you to the core of all you are, such as is going to be in what I will share with you today. In the last 5 months I have been warning you all to be watchful of your inner emotional experiences, your spiritual travesties, and overall beliefs about your relationships between God, you, and others, especially among your loved ones, because this aspect alone would be the most affected one. Well, guess what? It is no longer a question of when or where the scenario would come. It is here now. In fact, it occurred precisely on time and in a stealth manner while humanity was still in its denials phase. Few individuals were anticipating its arrival, and since it was an unprecedented event never experienced, most of the awakened ones had to theorize not only its impact but also its gravity. I was one of them. It is for this reason I sought to keep you informed through texts and articles of its impending demise for the unprepared, and finally it is here, and it came with such severity, affecting unprepared ones with distorted emotional responses, creating an unpleasant feelings that distorted even the strongest of beliefs and emotions. I should know, I was one of those that experienced the brutal emotional of a disruptive nature in which amorous circumstances fell apart. It has and will for a long time leave scars on a once fertile land of hope and trust. But that is only the beginnings, for there is the beginnings of much arduous emotional and spiritual awakening for those that failed to heed the warnings and now will find themselves in a cosmic whirlpool of emotions and feelings. Bluntly putting it, the third-dimensional Earth is as we speak collapsing, and has taken many in an uttered and unpleasant journey in which emotional disorientation with grueling day-to-day struggle. This period of uncertainties for those entertaining still the third-dimensional Earth will continue until the year 2030, when the spiritual veil is finally lifted and creating a spiritual demarcation between the awakened and non-awakened ones that will never come to be in the new fifth-dimensional Earth. What could allow anyone to exist in such emotional undisciplined periods? Greediness, deceitfulness, self-imposed exiles due to fears that were manifested before and during the proverbial shift humanity should have experienced in early 2026. Simply putting it, many did not pay attention to the signs and became oblivious that a major transformation has taken place, and are the ones that slashed at the ones that remained aware of what had taken place. In my previous articles, I emphasized control and deep awareness in how to be preparing for an emotionally driven era and how it would affect you. Unfortunately, a significant number of humanity failed to heed the warnings and are at this initial stages of transformation as if the third-dimensional Earth is here to stay. Sadly, that is going to be a major obstacle in many of the ones that still remain there today. You will recognize them by their disconnected personalities, that is, being monotonous, lack perception and lack of empathy. Most often lack of passivity, calmness, or inability to see themselves as emotional mediators. However, they will interact with others in judgmental ways. Even worst, they may preclude those awakened individuals as unstable, whereas those that are have their views on just about everything opposite being stable. The saddest part of this collapse is that no matter what you try to share with them about the value of time and productive efforts, such as stopping spending your precious time on cell phones lurking to seek idiotic if not useless entertainment that allows you wasted priceless time that should be allocated to productive self-reflections, inner peace, communing with higher levels of happiness, and identify the things that can increase your level of awareness, where you truly find what is your nature, purpose on this earth, and from where you come from. For these are the underlying reasons for this current awareness and spiritual transformations. The time spent in useless, meaningless, and unnecessary situations and ways will take a major toll in our lives. Upgrade to Panopreader, the standard edition, more voices and features available, and know this audio clip. Love, affection, compassion, and gratitude would dissolve in our hearts, and our minds will resort to negative emotions that would hurt our deepest feelings that will last well beyond 2030. The time to reflect and truly see yourself in what you have become is vital before you lose the love you thought you maintained, for during this periods of transformations will impact relationships more drastically than any other period. What you think you have now may not have by 2030. All because failure to be awakened and be cognizant that a new kind of love will emerge of this period of ascension, true love and the emanating virtues of soulmates and twin flames. These are the ones currently being created into the new fifth dimensional Earth. Are you one of them? Search your heart and don't be surprised if you in 3 years are with someone that reflects your doubts, fears, and restless thoughts about what is now being considered to be idiotic, irrational and stupid. The blunt truth is that humanity, whether it exists in harmony or not, will determine each one of us. And that's have been my efforts to bring you to a level where you can achieve ascension and enjoy the virtues of true happiness, love, and truth. Trust me on this, for I too witnessed the impact of emotional misalignment as it will prevail in those unaware of the truth of it, will bring on the unprepared. It as real as it gets. In the hope you heed to my words herewith, I pray you are fortunate to live and be under the light souls mate will enjoy for years to come. Leave you with this final thought: be cognizant that you have taken granted may not be there as you expected, for the awareness of the year 2026 has for purpose, transformation. Nothing is more sad than to allude or be defiant to something that has been in the works for thousands of millennials, and your deaf responses may be futile. You are truly now responsible for your actions. Be smart. Time is more essential than you ever thought. In closing, this message came from celestial beings interested in humanity's future. And so it is. As always, seek peace and balance. Upgrade to Panopreader, the standard edition, more voices and features available, and know this audio clip.